Hello, welcome to Plot the Plates. Thought I'd do an update, well, a long awaited update on my worm bins. Well, worm bin. Well, here's my worm bin, the big one that I made. You'll see a video of me fitting those vents, now I did it. And I've moved that into the polytunnel. And I've been sieving out the worms. I'll show you that in a minute with the vermicompost. Anyway, I've been moving, when I get the worms, I've been moving them into this bin. I've been feeding it, and it's got lots of cardboard and paper and leaves, grape leaves. And the idea of this is to try and preserve the worms over the winter. Maybe turn some of this into vermicompost over that time as well. I'll show you the vermicompost now. I got a bag here, part bag. There's a full bag down there. This is the vermicompost, and it looks pretty good stuff. I've sieved it, and when I've been sieving it, there's been lots of juvenile worms, worm eggs as well. Cocoons they call them, don't they? They don't call them worm eggs. So it's looking pretty good, and it smells alright as well. Don't smell like rotten veg or anything. Take another look at the bin that I converted. And taking when the leaves are falling off of the grapevine, I'm putting them in the worm bin. So do you think this is going to work? Do you think the worms are going to survive in here over the winter and maybe multiply? Let me know in the comments below. And then I've got some newspaper sheets as well that I put on the top, and a bit of sacking, and I got my stick here, and I put that where I fed it last, so I'm alternating the sides. That way there's a place for the worms to escape to. I think there's a safe-ish place in the middle where it's not really getting any food, and then alternate food left and right. I will photograph the bins and add it to this video. They're still at home in the moment. I mean, my idea is to, if the worms survive in here and I empty it out, I'll start off those bins again next year. But at the moment, I think these are better off in here, nice and warm. Just sieving some of the vermicompost. There's a lot of worm cocoons in it and small worms. I don't know if you'll see any this time, you might. So have a quick look, let's see if I can see any worms or cocoons. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but that's a couple of cocoons, and one's lighter than the other. Don't know if you can see that. As they get darker, that's when they're getting close to hatching out. I was just putting them in a little cup, so I'll put them back into one of the bins. There's quite a few in here. I'm not going to get them all out. I suppose I'll get little worms hatching in here. I've already emptied one. So let's take a look what we got. It's a bit of old sack. So basically what I've been doing is I've been emptying them and putting them in a bin down the allotment, and I'll see if I can show you that. So the other day I sort of fed down this side here and here, in the hope that the worms would move from this side out to there, so I could get the vermicompost out of here without too many worms in it. So let's see if it works. So basically what I've been doing is just putting it into this bowl. If there's any worms, I've been chucking them back in, or if there's any bits of cardboard like that, I'll just put that there at the moment, out of the way. Well, not many worms, so it looks like it may have worked. They hadn't been fed for weeks, if not months. Like I said, I've already done one. I might have to sieve this out, I think. Bits of cardboard and that. There's one worm. I'll put him back down the bottom there. Yeah, I think that's working. I looked at it the other day, there was loads of worms over in this section. Anyway, I'm going to carry on doing that a minute and I'll come back to you when I've finished. Let's see how much I got. Well, that seemed to work really well. There's hardly any worms, and they've got about 3/4 of a bowl full, and I'll bag that up in a minute. I will be putting it through a sieve as well, down the allotment in the polytunnel. So let's move that out of the way, and we'll just have a look on the other side now, and I'll show you the bin underneath. As you can see, I've dug quite a bit of an hole there, almost down to the bucket, and didn't have hardly any worms. I just hope they're on this side. And the bits of cardboard, I dug out a lot of bits of cardboard. I'll put them in this bag for now, and I'll chuck that into the other worm bins I'm starting off, so it won't go wasted. So I'm going to have a delve into this side now. Now I hope that there are a lot of worms, otherwise they've all escaped. There you go, there's some worms there. Oh yeah, there's a few, I think. Yeah, there's a load of worms, that. So there's loads. That's worked. What I'll do is give all this a good stir up, and I'll repeat the process with a melon, I think. Next time I'll take the worms out. There's loads in there, but they're just everywhere. So it really worked well. A little juvenile one there, you can see that. There's another one there on my hand. I've been finding lots of eggs when I've done it before. Cocoons. It's a bit wet down there. No, that's because I put the food there, isn't it? Right. So that worked. What I'll do for the moment, I might chuck some of that cardboard back in. Actually, I got some dry cardboard. I think I'll put some dry cardboard back in there just to soak this up a little bit. And then I'll repeat the process with a melon. It's a melon shell. And by the time I've done that, I reckon it'll be nearly empty. So I'm just going to freshen it up a bit, just lighten it up. Definitely need some browns in there, I think. It's my first year doing this, and actually I'm quite pleased with it. I've already got 2 or 3 bags of vermicompost all sieved out. Right, I'm just going to go and get some dry cardboard to put back in here, just to freshen it up a bit. It's a bit soggy down there where I have to add all the food. So I'll come back to you in a minute. Right, I'm back with some cardboard. I've got big chunky bits and shredded bits. I'm going to try and give it a shredded bits, I think. It's got quite a few chunky bits in there already. But I just put a bit all over, I think. Put a bit more where I had the food. So there we are, I've added some cardboard. I think I'll just mix it in a bit though. Mainly on this side here where I had all that food, just to soak it up a bit. I'll push all that over there as well, I think. Makes sense. I think that'll be okay. Right, I haven't got a lot of eggshell at the moment, so what I'm going to give them is some rock dust, just to give them a bit of grit in there. I do have a little bit of eggshell, but it's also mixed in with sort of meal in that, oats and ground up oats, so I'm going to just give a general feeding of that as well. I've never had very much of this. And I'll just rub that into the top, I think. It needs to be damp. Might also help dry it up a bit as well, mightn't it? Right, I think I'm going to call that a day. So that's goodbye from me. See you again soon. Happy worming. Bye.